everybody, this is Aditi once again on Innerworldrevealed, and in this log of mine I am going to explain how you can find out about the characteristics of a person from the data, numerological data of that person. So you have his birth date and you have his birth name, so out of that you can generate all the important numerology numbers, and from the important numerology numbers, you can get a substantial information about the characteristics of a person. So in this log I'm going to explain how you can do that, and I'll also go through all the numbers from 1 to 9 once again in brief. And I would like to begin with a case study before, so that you can understand how you can really evaluate the person's characteristics. Before I present the case that we are going to judge today, let us see the list of the important numerology numbers. So here is the list on your screen. So the first three numbers that you can see on the screen, which are the life path number, the birthday number, and the name number, these are very important numbers. So these three numbers actually provide the basic sketch of your character, your professional developments in different spheres of life. The life path number and the birthday number both are generated from your birthday. The birthday number is the addition of the two digits, if you have two digits in your birth date, reduced further to a single digit. The life path number is the addition of all the digits in your birth date, that is your day of birth, month and the year, which is reduced to a single digit, unless you encounter a master number which is 11, 22, 33 or 44. The life path shows how your life will gradually unfold, and also the areas that will be truly fulfilling for you. Birthday number shows the basic sketch of your character. Now we have another number that provides the basic sketch of the developments in your different spheres of life, and also a sketch of your character, and that is the name number, which is also known as the expression number. So for the name number, you can just arrange all the alphabets of your name and put the numeric values of the alphabets below that, add and reduce the total to a single digit, unless you encounter a master number. So guys, if you want to get the alphabet chart with the numbers assigned to each of the alphabets, know the calculations in detail, just click on the links which will lead you to the logs where I am explaining the calculations in detail. Here I just plan to give a brief, as the log gets very lengthy. Again, the next two numbers are also generated from your birth name. Mind it, always use your birth name and always do the math right. And in case you have another name which has been often used more number of times, so you can also use that. So we have the soul urge number, which is the addition of all the vowels reduced to a single digit, and the personality number, which is the addition of all the consonants reduced to a single digit. Soul number tells us about your deepest hidden desires, and the personality number says how the outside world would perceive you. Other than all these numbers, I'd like to mention about a sixth number, which is the attitude number. This number is also generated from your birth date and is the addition of the birth date and the birth month reduced to a single digit. The attitude number tells how you interact with the outside world. Now, let us quickly get into the case study. So, we are going to study Charlie Chaplin, as you can see on the screen. Firstly, I'd like to say that all the numbers that we derive are not to be studied mutually exclusive. We got to study the combined effect. So, for him, as you can see, he had a life path 1. That should not make us jump into quick conclusions. So, life path 1 suggests a path of independent achievements and self-motivation, also a path of leadership. Next, we have both his names. I'm considering his birth name, Charles Spencer Chaplin, and his commercial name, Charlie Chaplin. So both the names have a strong 2 effect. So you can see one name reducing to a 2 and another to an 11. So 2 is very strong. So Charlie Chaplin had a path of individualism, leadership, independent achievements, but at the same time, he was very good with team efforts because 2 is a great number for partnerships and team efforts. Now, he was very independent, very strong, but at the same time, he was very emotional, sensitive, and romantic because of the effects of the number 2. Again, we have his attitude number, which is an 11 or a 2. So, once again, he was very kind, sympathetic, and friendly to people. Now, we have a birthday number, which is a 7. 7 is again a very spiritual, intuitive, intellectual, and philosophical number. 2 and 11 are also very, very intuitive. So, Charlie Chaplin was a very intuitive man. From this we can gather. He was a man with great philosophical and spiritual depths. 7 makes great writers, poets, playwrights, artists. So that's where we find the link. His birth name gives a soul urge of 8, which means wanting to gather wealth in his early life. Commercial name gives a soul urge 7, which is wanting to explore himself deeper and his own abilities. Birth name gives a personality 3, which made people think that he was very charming, entertaining, and cheerful. Commercial name later gives a personality 4, which gave an impression of dependability, reliability, and stability. So that's Charlie Chaplin for you. So you can see that we all have a set of numbers in our numerological data. So you can have several numbers in your numerological data, but the placement of numbers would vary for each and every person. So the placement of the numbers have different meanings in each of the places. Like if it's a name number 1, it has a different meaning, and if it is a soul number 1, it has a different meaning. So in that case, 2 people who are born on the same birth date would have a lot of similarities because they are born on the same date, but at the same time they would have a lot of differences because their names would be different. So let me give you a brief on what each of the numbers appearing on different places actually have what meanings. So I have already covered the numbers in details. You can go through the details of a number if you click on the links which will be appearing on the screen while I'm describing numbers now. So let us begin with that. So to begin with, the name number and the birthday numbers have similar effects in the characteristics of a person. So the number 1 vibration is a vibration which is very active yet patient. Whether it comes to your name number, birthday number, or life path number, it gives you immense leadership qualities and also the ability to struggle in the most difficult situations. The number 1 is very determined and very individualistic. The life path number 1 also suggests a path which is strongly independent and self-motivated. But sometimes we also come across a lot of people who become just the reverse of it. Soul urge number 1, on the other hand, indicates that the person wants to be a leader or wants to be the best in his field. It indicates that the person gives his best and tries to be the best. Personality number 1, on the other hand, indicates that the people perceive you as the best and the most happening. Attitude number 1 means that the person has an attitude which shows that he wants to be independent and he wants to look self-sufficient and he is constantly looking to be appreciated. That brings us to the number 2. 2 is a great number for team efforts and partnerships. A person with the name 2 or a birthday 2 is always looking for his better half. He is very sensitive, emotional, diplomatic, and he's a peacemaker. Life path 2 puts a focus on relationships. Soul urge 2 means the person deeply craves for relationships. Personality 2 means that the other people find you very friendly and unthreatening. Attitude 2 is a very sympathetic and sentimental attitude. Above all, 2 is also a very creative and intuitive number. The 3 vibration is a very highly creative vibration. It stands for endless need for creative expression. Whether it appears in your name or your birthday or your life path, these are the people who have immense need to express themselves, or else they just might feel depressed. 3 is a highly dynamic number and it believes in living for the moment. If it appears in your birthday or your name, it makes the person very charming and spontaneous. If it appears in your life path, it means the person will follow the path of creative self-expression for sure. Soul Urge 3 means that the person wants to enjoy life and live for the moment. Personality 3 means people find you very charming and happy-go-lucky. A 3 attitude is entertaining people and making them laugh in the conversations. 4 in your name or in your birthday means you're very methodical, you're very practical, rational, you're grounded, humble, hardworking, and you're very determined also. A 4 life path means practical excellence. The person is an excellent planner with this life path. He is an excellent manager and an entrepreneur. 4 also shows excellent emotional stability. Soul Urge 4 means striving for stability. Personality 4 means people find you very stable, dependable, reliable, and balanced. And attitude 4 looks very controlled, likes to know things in details because it's very methodical. It loves to teach. It has high principles and it confronts all unethical behavior. 5 stands for quick intelligence and grasping power. Whether it appears in your name or your birthday, it makes you very quick and it makes you a very quick decision maker. It makes you love variety in life and it makes you very curious. A 5 life path shows that your life will be dominated by your love for adventure. A Soul Urge 5 means you deeply desire adventure and travel. Personality 5 means people feel you're very happening and full of activity. Attitude 5 is very playful, fun, and a lot of drama. 6 is a vibration for love, peace, and harmony. Whether in birthday or name, you become very caring, nurturing, sacrificing, diplomatic, and harmonious. A life path 6 puts an emphasis on humanitarian and nurturing aspects of life. The people with this life path are often seen to be either very domestic or involved in some charity causes. Soul Urge 6 deeply desires love, peace, and harmony. Personality 6 means people feel you're very warm, loving, caring, and peaceful. And attitude 6 is very warm and kind to people. Name 7 or birthday 7 shows a spiritual bent of mind. It shows that the person is very philosophical and intellectual by nature. Loads of writers, poets, and artists are seen with this number. Life path 7 is the path of intellectualism or seeking the truth. It can also be a path of spirituality. Soul Urge 7 wants to explore himself and his abilities. Personality 7 can mean that people cannot read you and they find you very mysterious. Attitude 7 is a very secretive attitude. They do not like disclosing their plans. Attitude 8, on the other hand, is not so secretive. They talk about money making and career building ambitious plans. Name and birthday 8 both put an emphasis on karma. Even life path 8. 8 is all about talent for business, risk-taking nature, and discipline. Life path 8 is the path of securing the future and accumulating more and more wealth. Soul Urge 8 is ambitious and wants material success, authority, and power. Personality 8 means people think that you're very strong, powerful, efficient, and ambitious. Lastly, we have number 9. Number 9 is the most compassionate and sacrificing of all the numbers. It's about leading with the support of masses. Birthday or name, both highly creative and very deep thinkers. Indications about a deep connection with the family is also seen. Life path number 9 is a path of selflessness and compassion. Soul urge 9 craves for a better world. Personality 9 means people find you very composed, compassionate, graceful, and very magnetic. Attitude 9 completes his job and then, out of compassion, does others' jobs as well. Effect of the master numbers is most strongly felt when they either appear in your birth date or on your life path. It is also felt when they appear on your names. But the effect is not that strong when they appear in your soul urge number or personality number or attitude number. So in those cases, you just simply reduce the master number into a single digit number and evaluate that. I have covered the master numbers in details. If you want to go through them, you can just click on the links and go through the details of the master numbers. So guys, I think that'll be all for today. In my next vlog, I will be covering the personal year, the personal month, and the personal day numbers and what do they really mean and what are their effects. It's going to be a very interesting log, so stay tuned for that and subscribe to the channel if you want to get updates on the very interesting upcoming logs. You can also join my Facebook page and message me directly there. You can message me your details there and I'll get back to you about that. My Facebook page is by the name of Innerworldrevealed and I have provided the link below in the About Numerology column, so you can check that. If you liked watching the log, please click like and like the log because it counts. And stay tuned for a lot more interesting topics which are coming up next. And thanks a lot for watching Inner World Revealed.